You're listening to Empire of Rust, the world's first and only Transformers RPG podcast. Join the heroes of Iacon as they defend Cybertronian civilization from the remnants of Cybertron First to Lord Starscream's egotistical leadership, and beyond to the unknown threats on the other side of distant stars.
Welcome back to Empire of Rust, the one, the only Transformers RPG podcast. This is episode 72. Can you believe 72 episodes of this crazy stuff? 72.
Man, that does sort of put it in perspective. Jeez. It's quite a few.
Releasing every 2 weeks, that's 144 weeks.
All right, do the hours now. How many hours is that?
Each episode's about 2 hours. Like, we record 2 hours, so double that, so 288, give or take.
There are no wrong answers, Mike, but clearly that was wrong. The answer is too many hours. Too many. Some of the audience is nodding their heads right now.
Not our audience. Our audience is not enough hours. Speaking of hours, I just sunk a number of hours into a Transformers game, Transformers Battlegrounds. I know it's been out for quite a while. I think it's like almost a year and a half at this point. But I finally got around to playing it. I got it for Christmas back in 2020. And over our break that we did, I was able to turn that on and put some hours into that. And, you know, for a little indie game, it isn't bad. It's very short. It's like 10, 12 hours. That's like at most. And yeah, I forget the studio that did it, but it's this little small kind of like indie studio. And I don't think they've really done anything else like much beyond that. So.
Well, since Hasbro got their hands on them.
Yeah, I know, right?
Spent all their money on the licensing.
How about you guys? Do you guys have any like indie titles that you've been playing recently, or stuff that you enjoyed?
I have more like indie games that I like want to play. Like they're in like my queue. But the ones that are like at the top of that list, there's one called Lumione, which kind of came out recently, and it's a platformer, like anything, but it's supposed to be hella hard, like walking up and walking to school when you're a kid, boomer hard, like that kind of stuff. But it was one of those things like people aren't getting through the introduction stuff, like here's how the things work, and people aren't being able to finish it. Like it's very, very difficult, very technical, which I like that kind
like
of stuff.
Ninja Gaiden hard kind of thing?
Kinda, like yeah, like
oh my god,
yeah, it's pretty.
Gaiden.
It's pretty crazy. But the other one that I've been very impressed with, and I've only played it a tiny bit, was called Spiritfarer. And
Spiritfarer, yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's like you're effectively you're a psychopomp. Like, you're one of those things that brings someone from the land of the living to the realm of the dead. And I think it's like you have to like help the people that you meet, like let go of their lives and move on to the next thing. So it's like super sad and really moving. And I've been listening to the soundtrack for it, and it's like, oh my god, so powerful. So that's in my future. So. And lastly, Baba Is You was really, really neat. I haven't finished it yet, but it's super simple. Like, like it's not like a graphics type thing, but it's like a series of logic puzzles. So like it'll just say like Baba is you. So is an object, Baba is a thing, but you can move other command lines around on the screen. So you could be like, oh, Baba is you, or fish is you. And then all of a sudden you'll become the fish. And then you'll be like wall is stop. And then if you push the wall, like the stop away, then walls won't stop you. Like, so the game itself is about changing the rules of the game. And it's so clever. Like it looks dumb. Like when you first watch, you're like, this looks so stupid. But then you're like 2 levels in and you're like, oh, okay. I see where this is going. This is nuts. So
That's actually really interesting. I had never heard of that.
Yeah, I'll send you.
Baba is you said?
Baba is you. Yeah, you look like this little, like, lamb. Like this little, like, stupid little lamb. But very clever.
Interesting. There's another game that I'm going to be starting pretty soon. I imagine It Takes Two. It's a game about like two people who get like stuck into these like little dolls or something, and it's like this 2-player co-op game where you have to like solve like the puzzles of the game, like that. I love like games like that too, where it's just like it's straight up couch co-op and it's puzzle solving. It's just so interesting.
There are so few games that are like that.
It's like Two Brothers.
Yeah, I played that one. That's
that
a good
was really
one.
neat.
This reminds me of the Lost Vikings, although I think you could do that for single player.
I love that game. I've beaten that game like 6 times.
What about you, Mike? Have you played any like indie stuff, or do you even game outside of tabletop?
I do, but I don't have much time to do that. So,
No.
I've been playing Cyberpunk again recently, but that's not an indie game. I have some
fair.
indie games that I've purchased, but I haven't played. So eventually, I'll get around to them.
Like what? What have you got?
I think Subnautica is indie.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay.
I bought that in the big expansion back in October. They had a sale, and I haven't even downloaded it yet.
Oh wow.
But I have it.
I have a few hours and I never
That game is absolutely beautiful.
I do the same thing. Like a Steam sale comes up, and it's like, oh yeah, I want to play that at some point in the future.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Sunless Skies went on sale like a while back, and I played Sunless Seas, and I enjoyed it. But it's like I don't have the time to do it right now, so it's in my queue and everything. So it's so sad and so unfortunate.
I've got like a 20 game queue just in my Steam. Never mind all the shit that I still want to finish. Like I have to finish Horizon Zero Dawn, my first playthrough this week. So I'm like, I'm so looking forward to seeing how it ends.
Maybe we should start a GoFundMe page. Get other people to pay us so that we can stay home and play games. Is that a
people
thing?
do it.
Can people do that?
People do it, yeah. Podcasters and streamers, and I watch a lot of that myself while I'm going to bed. I'm just like, okay, I don't have enough mind to play a game, but I will watch somebody else either rock a game or just suffer. You know, like those are my 2 channels.
I have a feeling you prefer the latter.
Not really. You know, it's like I really enjoy watching speed gaming, like speed runs, but I do not play that way. I don't think it's fun to play that way. Like I watched a guy beat Dragon Warrior in like 20 minutes because he figured out how to manipulate the RNG. He literally attacked 7 monsters.
Wow.
4 of those were metal slimes that were excellent moves, critical hits. 1 was the Axe Knight to get the Erdrick's armor in the little city, and 1 was like the Dragon Lord. And you're like, okay.
That was it.
It's nuts. Nuts.
Sounds like that guy who figured out how the random numbers work on that game show. He finally went on and he won for like 5 games in a row. And they eventually just had to buy him off so he would stop. Because I think he was like a firefighter and he got injured, so he was on home leave for like 6 months. So he spent all this time watching daytime television.
That'll do it.
You just described everyone from 2020 until now that's been involved in some sort of lockdown or home quarantine or any of that.
You're not wrong at all.
Daytime television, all day, every day.
What about you, Adam? Do you even video game? I don't think we've ever talked about what you play.
I'm a bit more like Pat with the logic games. I like those.
Mm-hmm.
But they also tend to get boring for me after a while. So then I'll switch gears and I'll go to like an RPG or something. But as far as like indie games, I don't follow that many. You know, I have my sights set on more of the mainstream games. But like most of you, I don't have a lot of time. So I prefer to play, right now I'm playing Hearthstone, and I like it because the games are like 20 minutes at a time, and that's fine. You know, get 3 of those done if I have an hour to spare, and then I'm off doing something else.
That's fair.
That reminds me of a story.
Oh no.
A bear and a bunny are in the woods, and they're both taking a shite, And the bear turns to the bunny and says, "Does shit stick to your fur?" And the bunny says, "No, shit doesn't stick to my fur." So the bear picks up the bunny and wipes his ass with it.
Wow.
I've heard that one before, but it's still great.
It's a classic.
I guess it was indie when it came out. I think I play Psychonauts once in a while because it's such a good game. I go back to it. Probably pretty mainstream at this point, but I just thought of actually, yeah, there was a series you can get on Steam. It's like a point and click puzzle adventures. It started out as an escape the room one, but it turned into the company's called Rusty Lake, and it has like 11 in a row that sort of connect to each other, but they sort of have this really surreal, wicked sense of humor in them, or logic. One of the games is you go and you work at this hotel with like 10 anthropomorphic animals that come in as guests, and you have to find food for them every night before dinner. So you basically have to go into one of the rooms and do all the point and click puzzles to figure out how to murder them for dinner until you run out of guests.
Wouldn't that be easy? Just feed all the omnivores, not the herbivores, to the carnivores. Done deal.
Well, they're all like animals that like are game animals. Like there's a pig and there's a pheasant, and so they're all sort of something that humans conceivably could eat, even presently.
Huh?
Like the deer, the rabbit, the pig. Yeah,
It sounds a funny story about the rabbit.
Hassenpfeffer! Hassenpfeffer!
But I won't tell it here.
Thank you.
All right. Well,
especially the rabbit.
Well, I don't have a segue, so you know what? We're just going to jump right on in.
All right.
How do I go from bunnies to weapons research labs? I mean, come on here.
Well, in the research lab, there is a bear. And I did have a story between a bunny and a bear. There could be a segue there. But again, we don't have time for that. Let's just get to it.
It's kind of a shitty ending.
Oh. Crack on, Michael. I said crack.
I heard you. Don't worry, listeners. I'll eventually release the outtake episodes, and you'll get that joke.
Yeah, and I apologize in advance.
All of you just finished up some combat with some security drones here in this weapons research lab. And I just revealed the map so all of you can see what you've walked into. A fairly large circular room with a smaller circular room within it that houses a Starship caliber weapon. And it looks like there is a steel plate, or this thick concrete and metal structure that it is test firing its beam weapon on. It's not currently on, don't worry. But
okay.
I was just gonna say, I'm like, there are two things in this room we need. One, the big ass gun, and two, whatever that fucking wall is made out of to armor our ship with. It's like, this thing has been firing for 1,000 years and it's not gone. Oh hell yeah!
Well, maybe. I mean, if the weapon was faulty, maybe we don't need either.
That's true.
It's sort of warm.
What would you guys like to do?
Find out whether it's faulty.
I think we don't have power right now, do we?
That's the perfect time to play with very powerful destructive devices, is when you unplug them first.
Well, if you want to do a more thorough examination of the weapon, go ahead and give me an engineering check. Otherwise, you're welcome to just walk around and examine.
Oh yeah, I am awesome at this. Well, I rolled a 16, so that means I have a modified 20, because I have a rockin' 4 in engineering.
Are you doing that from way back there, or are you coming up here? Where this, chair thing is?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm too big for the chair, and that's not really what it is. I just more want to drool on it. like from over here. Run my hands over it.
Do you two need a room, perhaps?
We're in a room.
Would you like us to leave the room so you can have some privacy?
Oh, you could watch. I don't care. It's
Got a
nothing I
30 engineering check.
30 on engineering, and Carapace, were you aiding or doing your own?
I was assuming I was doing my own, but
Well, if
And you
Pythagoras
said you got a
is...
solid 20?
I have a 20, and then he has a 30. If you want to do aiding, then I would give him a 34. But
both of you go ahead and check out the gun. Pythagoras, you do a systems diagnostic on it, and everything looks like it is in good shape. It looks like this was maybe like a prototype weapon for the Decepticon fleet before the facility got mothballed. And Carapace, you look around and you kind of rub your hands all over this gun, and it is solid. It is beautiful. Could use a cleaning because it's got some dust all over it, but you know what? Yeah.
So now the question is, how did they get this in here, and how do we get it out?
With that, I will tell you that on the far northern side of the room, there are some larger doors that can be opened to maybe get this thing out.
Yeah, I think this is the door control. I'll push a button.
There's no power. Nothing happens.
I'll push it a few more times, just to be sure.
Does anyone have any masking tape?
The next time she sleeps, you just need to put install a shocking device inside of her hand, so when she reaches out something, ow! Wow, why would I do that? Ow! Okay.
I was thinking those blue plastic caps to put on top of her closet.
Oh no, she can still push a button with that. This is we gotta condition that shit. Positive punishment, man. Animals respond very well to that. It's fortunate.
I don't think you'd stop at just the positive punishment. I think you might abuse that a bit much if you had the opportunity.
It would be self-inflicted. It's you doing it. That's the beauty of it.
Oh.
Stop shocking yourself. Stop shocking yourself.
Yeah.
Well, then I might abuse it.
What's going through Wildstrike's head over here? I mean, this is a pretty significant find for the facility.
Yeah, it'll be interesting once we get the power on. We can see what it does.
Wow, I felt the let's get this going, guys. In that voice.
I think we deserve that.
You can play with your gun. You can play with your gun later, characters. Let's move on.
Was this not the room where the power was?
Yeah, I thought that
No.
we were supposed to go north, and that was going to be the faster way. But now we're in this room with a big ass gun. And
I'm guessing this is a door over here.
Is there a door?
There is a door on the western side of the area you came in.
Okay,
We certainly need to go that way.
It's black for us. It doesn't look
Yeah.
like
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
that was my fault then.
yes.
There you go.
There we go.
There we
Okay. Now I will not speak to you in a condescending way because there was actually a door there.
Will you not?
All right. Well, this door certainly looks like the same type of heavy blast, security door that you saw when you first came in. However, with this one, since you are on the inside of the room, there is a mechanism where you can unlock it and get the thing open without having to break it down.
I'll open it then.
You'll open it, okay?
Yeah.
Yep. You go ahead and you stick your claw in, and just about to let go of the latch. And then you hear a snap, and it breaks.
The claw or the latch?
6 of one, half dozen the other, right? I'm just kidding. You get the door open with no problems, and you slide that heavy blast door out of the way. And the next thing you see is a corridor that leads leads westwards, and then will take an abrupt turn to the left once you get down.
And it looks like Carapace has gone his way.
Yep, this is my job.
All right, so the order is still going to be Carapace, Wildstrike, Magnum Denizen, Legionnaire, correct?
Yes. And do we have one other thing, or is that guarding way back here?
Oh, we do have it still back
Okay.
down that corridor where I sent it.
Cool.
It's arrived. Oh, look at that, it did.
Speaking of Legionnaire, who is taking on a Legionnaire today?
I'll take him on.
You'll take him on?
Aye, Legionnaire's my man.
All right. Wait, I thought Starscream was your man.
Starscream's my man. Legionnaire's my mate. You could say.
Wait, I thought Megatron was your man.
Megatron was.
No, Megatron is my
Starscream
man.
is-
Starscream is my target,
Okay.
and Legionnaire is my mate.
Oh, whoa.
Don't make me treat you like a rabbit.
I would really like to see you try.
You'd be the only one.
All right, so this hallway heads southwards, almost down the entire length of the facility. And you can see that there is a small circular room that's kind of like halfway down between it. And as you keep on going down, it ends in a similar circular room, just like the first one you had entered, where you fought those security bots a couple episodes ago.
Who designed this place?
Total defense.
All right.
Looking around the corner.
Sure. All right, Carapace, you poke your head around the corner on the eastern side of this small round room, and the hallway that extends down, it looks like it ends in a dead end. You can kind of see a wall against the far side, and on the northern side, there are 3 openings on this hallway, which you imagine will lead either into spaces or further deeper into the facility.
Okay, I approach the first one and look north.
We're backing him up.
All right.
All creeping down the hallway like an episode of Scooby-Doo.
Just imagine 3 of us peeking around the corner like they do. You know, one over the other.
Okay. So looking northwards there, Carapace, you see down another hallway. A lot of hallways you're traversing here. The hallway, you can see a round room again, like a round intersection. As you look to the north, can't tell what's happening beyond that, but you can see that there is a doorway or an opening to the west in this hallway.
Hey, Wildstrike. Any memories coming back, or?
Any flash of insight?
You think that this, the room that you're seeing, or I should say the opening you're seeing to the left, is probably
North.
the most south... No, I'm sorry, I meant the west off of the northern
Okay.
room there. So Wildstrike, the opening that you're seeing that's heading westwards from the hallway in front of you, that's probably the most southwestern point in the station, because you've reached the most southwestern point with that circular room that you just passed.
Okay.
And obviously there's nothing there, so if there is a room where that is, this will be the most southwestern point on the map.
Should be the first room up ahead.
Okay. Legionnaire, do you want to cover our eastern flank there?
Aye, he's doing it. I'm doing it.
Thanks.
All right, Carapace, you head northwards, and as you suspect, you see a doorway heading to the west. This door is closed, but it is also one of the non-blast doors, so you think that maybe Pythagoras can get his way through. While you are here, I want a perception check from you, Carapace, and from you, Denizen, because Denizen, you are heading eastward a little bit.
All right, then.
I have a modified 19.
Modified 19, okay?
That's
Wait,
not bad.
did you want Carapace or did you want Legionnaire?
Carapace.
Okay.
Because you are the furthest one north.
Okay, yep.
Carapace, you hear the sound of movement to the north in that hallway. Denizen,
Yes.
perception check from you.
Aye, my perception check as rolled here. Let me get back to the thing here. Is a 31.
31. You definitely hear and smell something to the east of you.
Something smelly to the east.
On comms, I'll quietly say, "Hey, fellas, I think there's another one of them drones down here. Or someone
Why don't you go fight it?
Or someone spilled a bit of oil. I'm gonna go take care of that.
Describe what you're doing there, Adam.
That's what I'm doing.
For the audio listeners.
Oh, right. I'm moving down the hall. Right. You can't see any of this. None of this. None of that. None of this beautiful map, which is really well put together, Mike, I have to say. And, I'm traveling just about 20 feet down the hallway, just right next to the drone, which was spotted on the map by me, and I'm going to engage it.
Well, then roll for initiative.
Well, then I certainly
All of you.
will.
All of us.
Denizen, what'd you get for initiative?
Who was that?
Who did you ask? Like you cut out like just as you said the name.
Denizen, what did you get for initiative?
One more time? I'm just kidding. I got a 7.
Fuck you, Adam. You're not going anymore.
That's all right. Fine. Don't have Denizen go. I've got another character. Legionnaire got a 4, by the way.
Carapace, what'd you get?
I got a 21.
Wild Strike.
20.
And Magnum.
9.
And, wow, I actually go first this time. I got a 23.
What?
That is amazing.
You just enjoyed that little victory.
It's really rather unbelievable.
It is a little victory. All right, here we go. Battle time. Let's see here. Let me deal with the one that is in front of you, Denizen, first. And I'll even reveal a tiny bit more of this map over here so you can see where it is. This guy is going to take a 5-foot step back, and he is going to... he's going to take a guarded step back and take a shot at you with a 27. How does that hit you?
I believe that hits me just fine.
Total of 10 points of electricity damage.
10 points, you see.
10 points of electricity straight to the bear's butt.
Straight to my bear ass. Right. Righto. Well done.
All right. Carapace, you went ahead and you moved inwards to be closer to the door, which means you are actually covered. So that one way on the northern side is not going to hit you. However, Wild Strike, you are in clear line of sight. So, Wild Strike, you are getting it a hit.
Okay.
Maybe. 25. How does 25 grab you?
It doesn't at all.
Well, son of a bitch. All right. And then we have a third one that Denizen revealed when she took a look around the corner. You got one coming straight at you, but with a natty 2 on the die, I don't think that's going to happen. That's going to be a 15. That doesn't grab you, right?
Nope. Doesn't even phase me.
Tries to spank your bare ass, but just does not work.
That was clever.
And, Carapace, it is your turn. You hear the sounds of gunfire from behind you.
I see, are there 4? I see, one that's, kind of stuck in the wall. Is that actually there?
That one moved into sight out of the hidden areas you can't see, but did not take a shot at you this turn.
So there are 4 that we can see.
There are 4 that you can currently see,
okay.
Yes.
Good. Then, what I'm going to do is I will go... click. 1,
a 2, a 3.
So I'm going to move into this position.
Go ahead and describe that, please, for the audio.
Oh, sorry,
listeners.
you're right. No, you're totally right. So I'm going to walk back into the main hallway and head north about 25 feet and then pull to the west so that I can give a clean line of sight to my buddy Wild Strike. And I have a line of sight to 3, or theoretically 3. Is that darkness, I'm assuming, continue? Or is there a wall
You are
in
correct.
between?
There you go.
Okay, so I have line of
We'll do that
sight
for you.
of 3, and I will take a shot at the one that's right in front of me with my Yellow Star plasma array.
How very tactical of you.
Yes.
Who knew?
Ah!
Well, we all did.
Fucker! Okay, I rolled a natural 1, so that's a miss.
Uh-oh.
So I still would have hit a 15. But... They're
Wild
quick!
Strike, can you believe this?
They're quick! Actually, wait a second. Like, if I had rolled a 2, that would have been a 16, and that's their armor class, isn't it?
It is 16. Yep.
Okay.
You fought enough of them for now.
Yeah.
Well, Strike, can you believe this? Carapace just ran right in front of you and took a shot at something literally 5 feet in front of him and missed.
You get too excited.
All right, Wild Strike, you're up. Show this Carapace who's boss.
I'm going to shoot the one that's directly down the hall from me.
Sounds good to me. That is within your first range increment, correct?
Yes.
Good.
And I'm going to do a full attack.
Are you now?
Attack twice. The first one is a miss, and the second one's a 16.
16 does hit.
Oh, it does? Okay.
16 is their EAC.
Awesome. 21 electric and fire.
21 on electricity and fire. And 21. Okay, yeah. Sounds good to me. It is still up, but that was a pretty good hit. All right, Denizen. What you gonna do, Denizen?
I am going to do the tried and true because, well, it's worked so far. But this one's actually going to be a roll. So I'm going to use my Arcing Surge for the last time today. I can't do the maximum damage anymore today. So this will be actual dice roll.
Respectable. I mean, it's still like 66, right?
10.
It could
Still
do
10d6.
It could do as little as 10 points. I don't know.
You could.
So we'll see how it goes. Both of these guys are going to need to do a reflex save of 19 to have the damage, and it is 42 for the total damage. Not too shabby at all.
That's pretty good.
All right, so the one in the back does make it. He actually makes it with the 19, but the one up front, I only rolled a 5 on the die, so that did not happen. So you said 42 for the full, and then it'd be 21 for half?
Right. And if they're susceptible to electricity, well, you do the math there.
I will do the math. In fact,
Right?
that's my job.
Do the math. Are you mathing yet?
It's mathing off.
Hey, he's mathing off like a mother mather.
All right, so that jolt of electricity aims straight down the hallway. You wipe out the one in front of you, but it's not quite enough damage to kill the one in the back. That's a good 20 feet away from you, so that one's still alive.
On the comms, I'll say, sorry, I thought there was one, but there was two, but now there's only one, so, same status quo.
All right, don't go anywhere, Adam, because Legionnaire is next.
Of course he is.
Give us that John Wayne Legionnaire.
Well, you need to step out of the way, Pilgrim.
If he goes to this nook here, can he take a shot on this one?
I will give. I'll give him a +2 for at least some basic cover on that. But I will say, yeah, he can take the shot.
All right, that's the closer threat to Legionnaire is going to go down around the corner into the northern hall where everyone else had gone. And he's going to duck into that little nook that's only about 20 feet down the hall on the western side. He's going to take that weapon of his, point it northward, and scroll, just pan it over until it's dead center on the drone that's in the same little room as Carapace. He's going to squeeze that trigger nice and soft.
Love it.
Damn button. Here comes the Rona.
Oh, God.
And that's a 26 to hit.
Even with a bit of bonus for cover, that's still a hit.
Alright, then it'll be 17 points of damage to that one.
Is that electricity?
That is... Well, it says fire. The obtuse corona.
It says fire, but I thought it was supposed to be electricity, like an electric shotgun.
It's first range unit, you can. What's the range?
25 feet? Yeah.
That's 25. That's the only one that's really in range. Okay.
Did we use it as an electric shotgun last time?
I think we have been.
Alright, well, 17 damage, good. 17 coming off the top, maybe a little bit more. Who knows? I can't say. I don't know. I wash my hands of it. Alright, and, Matt, I am sorry I skipped right over Magnum's turn. Let's go ahead and get you in there before we go to the next round. So, Magnum, boom, your turn.
Alright, Magnum will head a couple steps north to sort of get behind Wildstrike, and he'll transform as part of that to sort of give him the shielding. And I'll do a ranged aid for Carapace. So I'll do a ranged aid for both of them, both Carapace and Wildstrike.
Can you do that with having taken a move?
I don't know.
I'm
I'm very fuzzy how multiple attacks work in Pathfinder.
I'm pretty certain, I'm pretty certain ranged aid is a standard action, so
I can do
probably
it as an attack.
not. But
I can do it as an attack for one thing. That's part of the ability.
Oh, okay.
Of the structure.
But if that's the case,
I did move. Do I need a full attack to do 2, or
you can't?
Yeah,
you can't aid another multiple times per round.
I can.
He has an ability that lets him do it,
do
but
it
he
as
still
an
needs to take.
attack.
Okay, interesting.
So, but since I moved, I can't.
See, so would you take the -4 for doing a multi-attack as well?
Yeah, it would be the same as a full attack. So I think I can't do that. I can just do once since I moved.
Yes.
So I would get a 20 anyway for a ranged aid for Carapace, which I think would just give him +2. I don't think we do exploding.
Exploding ranged aid.
Exploding assists for we ruled out exploding assists for.
Oh, did we?
In the past at some point, yeah, as far as I know.
Cool.
So +2 to your next attack there, Carapace.
Yay.
Not that the -4s are really going to hurt you too bad on multiple ranged aids, but still.
Well, I mean, I did actually roll. That was a 20 after the -4, so I'll never roll this well ever again in my life. So, Pythagoras is going to run down to see if he can help Denizen. He can help Denizen, but he can only get basically run there. That's as far as he can get. So.
Okay.
I'm done.
Denizen, you got a little bot right behind you.
Do I now? Oh, look at him! He's going sneaking up on me.
All right, top of the round. So
Let's play.
my guys, get myself a turn, and I gotta roll up some attacks here. Some attacks. Carapace, you got 2 in front of you, and you are a big beefy bot, probably blocking most of the hallway. So you know what? Both of them are coming against you.
That's why I'm here.
You got a 24 and a 17 coming at you.
Those are both misses.
Well, damn. That sucks. And we got one other bot over here on the other side, and that is a good hallway's length away from you, Denizen.
Yep.
And it is going to try and take a shot at you.
All right. Seeing it take aim, I'll just put a leg off to the side to keep Pythagoras from coming into the line of fire. Hold on, little man.
How does a 25 grab you there, Denizen?
Yeah, 25 is going to get me pretty good.
That is going to be... that's going to be 8 points. Electricity damage.
8 points of electricity
course.
damage. Balls. Right in the bear skin.
Love it. Keep them coming. All right, Carapace. I am done. You are up. You got 2 bots in front of you that just took a shot, and I imagine you would have heard the third one take a shot at someone down the hall.
Oh no! Don't shoot her. Okay, well, if it's my turn and I got things in front of me, I'm going to level my yellow star plasma array and take 3 shots because it is not an unwieldy weapon.
Tweet.
Okay, so that is so it's with a plus 10. Oh, so the first attack is plus 2 because of you, Rumi?
Yep.
Okay, so that's so I'm doing 3 attacks because I can do my shenanigans. So that's plus 10, so that's 18, so that's 20 on the first attack.
Hit.
And then the other 3 are significantly higher. Or other 2, pardon me, are significantly higher. So on the first one, I do 7 points of electricity and fire.
When you say the first one, is that the one to the left or to the right?
To my right. Sorry, not 7, 9. It's not possible for me to do 7.
9 to the one to your right. Okay, boom. That's a hit.
And then the next...
Still some damage.
Yeah. The next one is 16 electricity and fire.
And that is enough to wipe it out.
Awesome. And then the third one is 10 electricity and fire.
10, you say?
10, I say.
Huh. That one's still alive.
Mm-hmm.
I expected it to die. It didn't die.
That was my intention. That was what I was going for, but,
I expected an earth-shattering kaboom.
No crits this time.
All right, Carapace. No. All right, Wild Strike. You are up next. Magnum just popped a shield around you in case you need it. Carapace is in front of you. Magnum's behind you. And you just saw one of the bots in front of you go boom. Barely, because Carapace is blocking the hall, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have to move out to get a clear shot. So I'm going to move up in front of Carapace and then to the left. So I'm in line with the bot down the hall. And the one that you just shot up here. I'm going to shoot the one that Carapace just shot.
Do it.
Ooh, there's a crit.
Ooh, man.
Yeah, so 51 damage.
I love that gun!
I think it's safe to say you killed it.
Okay.
Was that electricity damage?
Yes, and fire.
Okay, yeah, you definitely killed it.
And that's it for me.
Okay, Magnum. Wild Strike just abandoned you, and you're now stuck in the hall.
Well, I think I will stay still. But I guess I'll do, this time I will do a ranged double aid. Can I even aid Wild Strike where he is, though?
I think, that's a good question. He is a little bit around the corner. You know what? I'm okay with it. He's
do -4 cover.
Well, you're gonna get the -4 anyway for the doing it twice. So, no, it's fine. You can just take the standard -4 on that for doing multiples. I think you can see enough of him where you can help him out.
Yeah, it's pretty irrelevant this time anyway. Considering I got a 20 and a 15 last time, I have a 4 and a 5.
Oh.
So, no help there, I'm afraid. Let's see. And for Denizen, I will expend a Energon node and give Denizen a +1 on her next attack.
Oh, what was that for?
It's a little zap for luck.
Hey, that was like a shock, but not, the hurty kind. That was quite lovely. Thank you.
All right, well, Denizen, it's your turn next, and then Legionnaire's going to follow right up after you.
All right. Well, Pythagoras, thank you very much for that little boost there. I'll see if I can make great use of it in the most effective way possible. And I'll charge down the hall at the drone.
Oh, God!
And
what did I do?
And I will tear into it.
Just think about that for a second. A charging black bear coming right at you. It's fucking horrifying.
Well, it does remind me in the old Vault game
where my character cat, I think we're fighting like a slime or something. I forget. He cast a spell on it, and it just happened to be the moment where it coincidentally where it like grew a size category.
What did you do?
Mike thought it was like, what did you do?
Right, so I will take a bite of the drone here.
Does Denizen have any penalties while charging?
Standard to the AC there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be 18, actually 19, because Pythagoras is +1. I almost said Magnum, but he had nothing to do with it. And I rolled 22 points for the damage.
Sorry there, Denizen. I think that's going to be a miss, because I'm pretty certain there's a -2 penalty to hit on your charge, which unfortunately will cause that one to miss.
Are you happy now, Magnum? You gonna made me miss here?
What are you talking about, crazy woman?
You probably texted the GM about that rule. I know you. Alright, fine. I take my miss, but I'm threatening this bot here. This wee drone. Tiny, weak little thing.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
Oh,
The guarded step is a move action unto itself.
All right, Legionnaire, go ahead and finish up this round.
Alright, where is Legionnaire?
Back towards the entryway there.
You know what? Being tactical, I think that's what he's going to do. Legionnaire's going to move up here, keep his back to Pythagoras, and keep an eye down the hall at Magnum, but definitely keeping his focus behind the group. Nothing's going to come up behind. Nothing's going to enter the caboose of this train. There is, as far as the universe is concerned, there is no back door.
John.
Carry on. I got your backs.
All right. Well, I only got one security bot left. So, Denizen, it is coming after you with a melee slam for 18. Is an 18 hit your armor class?
18 hitting my armor class. Are you completely... Yeah, it does. It does hit my armor class.
I thought as much.
Not only did it evade my bite, but it bonked me on the head.
8 points of bludgeoning damage
Like I was some
to your head.
common fucking dog. Or dag.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do when a bear attacks you, right? You're supposed to just punch it in the face.
No, you're thinking of sharks.
You climb a tree. If it climbs up and kills you, it's a brown bear. If it pushes the tree over and kills you, it's a grizzly bear.
If it just has to stand up, it's a polar bear.
And if it transforms into a man bot, and cuts down the tree, and then kills you, then it's
you know what it is then? It's a Tim bear.
That one fits.
I can see Matt bleeding from his ears. Carapace, go ahead. It's your turn. Finish this off.
Carapace has
Save
mentally
Denizen.
stunned me.
Yeah, I'm going to head to the north and check around the corner because I believe that my bear lady can take care of herself. and if she can't, then oh shucks.
Wow.
Such a shame. Go ahead and give me a perception check next to that door.
I rolled a 19 on the die, so that is a 29.
All right. 29 is enough to get this. You put your audio receptors up to the door, and you can hear kind of like a kind of sound, kind of like an ultrasound kind of sound.
Okay.
Seems kind of weird.
The only time Magnum has ever, Carapace has ever moved away from the sound of battle is when it's my battle.
Yeah.
She got this.
I wonder if that's a coincidence.
All right, Wild Strike. You can go ahead and finish off the last one if you want to.
I will give it a shot.
if you care enough about Denizen.
Or, you know,
I just like destroying things.
you could charge you could charge into it nose first.
I could.
You have a
I
clear
would take
path.
2 shots. 23, does that hit?
23 is a hit.
Okay, so that would be 16 electrical and fire.
16, that might actually be enough to kill it.
Yeah, that's why I'm holding off on the second one.
And yes, that is enough to kill it.
Okay.
That better not have been Magnum that just stole my kill. And I'll look around the corner.
No, he hit the target. It's definitely not me.
And see that it's Wild Strike. Well done. You know, I distracted it for you.
You did a very well job.
Couldn't keep its eyes off me. Or its sensors, as it were.
Optics.
All right, I'm going to recombine if battle's over.
Yes, battle is over. Everything is good.
I wouldn't go that far, but...
Okay, Magnum, I see you just moved up to the door to the southwest. This door looks like it is not a secure door, so you think you have a decent chance of getting through this one. So go ahead and roll me up a quick engineering check, please.
Alrighty. That will be a 22 engineering.
22. It takes you a bit longer than you think to get yourself through the door, but after a couple of tries, you manage to get it forced open. And what you see inside is the generator room.
Finally.
I feel the power.
And we will see you all next time.
Next time. Next time.
Next time you're playing with power.
From the secret files of Teletran 1, Empire of Rust is written and GM'd by Michael Ordway. Headmaster Magnum and his partner Pythagoras are played by Matthew G. Denizen, the mysterious druid, is played by Adam H.U. The Decepticon warrior, Wildstrike, is played by Mike M. And Carapace, the beast soldier of primitive Eucharis, is played by Patrick Finn. Additional characters are played by Michael and Cassandra Ordway. Empire of Rust is supported by the humans and networks of planet Earth, whose online networks provide access to libraries of sound effects and music, such as Storyblocks, Zasplat, Blue Zone, and Dark Fantasy Studios. We are distributed by the Transmissions Podcast Network. Stay up to date with all the latest news and reviews in the world of the Transformers by going to transmissionspodcast.com or searching for the Transmissions in your podcast app of choice. You can communicate with the heroes of Iacon by joining us on the Transmissions Discord channel. There you can discuss episodes, talk to the cast, and download the rule set used in the Empire of Rust. Teletran 1, signing off.